start them out while they're still young so they can be a better tomorrow. They can at least have a better tomorrow. Well, that's the advice Prince Mashawana, better known as SuperMash, took quite literally.
Well, he created something special that will stand through the ages and encourage his peers to dream big. The 10-year-old has written and launched a book entitled The Diary of a Superhero. It teaches children how to start a business in a fun and practical way while still at school. The young hero joins us now live to tell us more about this. I think I like this term, SuperMash. A very good morning to you. Welcome to the South African Morning. Let's talk a little bit about the book in itself. I mean, just take us through, what were you thinking when you wrote it? I mean, it's fantastic. I love the fact that you're thinking about, translating kidpreneurship, even as a terminology. But why did you decide to write this book?
Morning back to you. I decided to write this book because I was getting bullied a lot in school, in preschool. So I decided to tell my dad and mom that I want to start a business that can encourage children to be confident with everything that they're going through, bullies, abuse, everything. So I talk to them. I tell them to talk to their teachers, talk to their guardian, talk to their parents, and tell them what they're going through, and they can also help them.
I mean, Prince, sorry about that. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to call you Prince. I'm going to call you SuperMash, because this really is what you're doing, at least, super heroic. So congratulations on actually doing that. And I mean, again, I'm really sorry that you had actually gone through that, because, I mean, I understand. I'm personally myself have never experienced bullying. Nobody that I'm very close to has experienced bullying, but I know, the effects it has. And you seemingly have come out much better, from the bullying. And a lot of kids aren't able to come out of that. I mean, how were you able to deal with some of the things that you went through, some of the things that you were put through?
Well, I had to face the bullies. I faced them. I told them to stop bullying me and stop bullying other children. And it's even the bullies. They go through some things like us. So I encourage the bullies also to stop and tell their guardian that they're going through this, and the guardian must help them with everything that they're going through.
Yeah.
So that was the first book.
Yeah, and in this book, I mean, you're talking here about the experience of starting a business and how you can start a business while you're still in school. I mean, that is fantastic. I remember we used to have like these little open days where you used to start and have like the what is it called, the open days where you get to sell stuff, cake and candy sales in schools and primary schools that taught us this kind of thing. But you are taking it to the next level and writing a book about it. Talk to us a little bit about this book. I mean, helping children or young people to start businesses while in school.
Well, it's pretty hard to talk to children about that. But I try to encourage them with everything that they're going through. The book, The Diary of a Superhero, it's about how to be a kidpreneur, CEO, how to start your own business. There's 3 steps of starting your own business, and it's very, very hard. So kids need to learn the ways. Like, they must learn what their parents are doing and join their parents also.
SuperMash, kids these days, attention span is really not that long, Some kids, even myself, grown as I am, I'm not really a big fan of reading. I should be, but I'm not really a big fan of reading. So then you would think, okay, the best way to share your message would be, I don't know, maybe you start a YouTube channel, you do a vlog, you put it through social media, because that's where you usually find younger people engaging and whatnot. But you went with the idea of a book. You wanted, kids your age and maybe even older people to actually read and not sit there in front of TV screens. Why a book?
Well, the kids need to read. They always need to read to learn knowledge about being a superhero to others, about starting your own business, about being kind. So we always need to read to learn more knowledge.
I love the fact that you say that we need to be able to read to learn more knowledge. Won't you just help us here with gaining some of the knowledge? I loved what you were saying when we were talking about being a kidpreneur, and you said that, there are 3 principles when it comes to starting a business. I mean, I'm very curious. I'm sure we all are to know, what are those 3 principles? I mean, if we had to just sit down and you had to just teach us about the basics, especially as a kid, in starting a business, what are some of those key principles?
Okay, so the first one is, what is your business about? The second one is like, who's your competitor? Who's your competition? And the third one is, who's gonna, your target market, like who's gonna be there and buy your business.
SuperMash.
And like, who's the business for, like the ages.
Yeah.
SuperMash, where do you want to see your idea? Where do you want to see it go? Who do you want to see it touch? Because you're obviously not doing this for your own health. You're doing it for other people. So where would you like to see SuperMash? You know, where would you like to see his message and his impact?
They can, like other people, they can message me on Instagram. They can message me on Twitter, Facebook, on all the platforms. Yeah. But like, I want to talk to them in person. I want to go to neighborhoods, schools. Yeah.
Yeah.
And talk to people about it.
Yeah. Do you have a business currently, or are you working on something currently?
I have a 3-year business here.
Okay, talk to us a little bit. Okay, listen, this gets very interesting. You've got me there. Yeah. A 3-year business. Just talk to us a little bit about what your business does, and how it has been being a kidpreneur, in your opinion. What is your business all about?
My business, like I said, it's about being a superhero, going to other schools and neighborhoods. I also released, in 2019, I released my first comic book. It was about bullying. It was called A Diary from a Superhero, that gave me a wristband in the book. It gave me a wristband. My grandpa gave me it, and then it made me a superhero. So, and then I told the police to stop bullying me and stop bullying everyone else. And then I also released merchandises. I did a collaboration of Patu shoes to produce my own SuperMash shoe. I also am the youngest kid to do a TEDx talk in the whole world. And yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I love it.
How was that TEDx talk actually? I must actually give it. I must give it a look. I'm going to go online after the show and give it a look. But how was it? How was the experience?
It was very nice. I had fun talking about other kidpreneurs. I was talking about other kidpreneurs and how they started their business. And yeah, I told them that they can start on platforms like YouTube, Instagram, etc.
What advice would you give?
And it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube currently.
Got you. And if I had to ask you about advice that you'd give to, let's say, young people. I mean, a lot of young people are watching. A lot of them feel like, you know, I don't know what to do in school. I feel like I'm out of place. I feel like I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what my future is. I'm very stuck. A lot of young people are feeling very stuck right now. Some of them are even being bullied right now. What advice would you give to a young person watching this interview, feeling inspired by you and wanting to take their future forward as well?
They should always believe in themselves. Be confident. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your other peers. Start being confident every day, every hour, every minute.
SuperMash.
And start a business.
And start a business early. I think that's the one that we need to take away the most from. You know, be confident and, you know, believe in yourself and believe in yourself every day, every hour, every minute. But start a business early. Start a business early. SuperMash, listen, it's been amazing talking to you. Thank you very much for joining us. And all the best with the Diary of a Superhero. All the best with the business itself. All the best with everything. And may your future continue to be much, much brighter. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And about that, the Diary of a Superhero is going to be in exclusive books this month.
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
Right.
We'll be there to support.
Most definitely.
Books.
We will definitely
be there. We will definitely buy books.
We're definitely going to be there. So all the best, Prince. Thank you so much. That is Prince Mashawana, a.k.a. SuperMash. Of course, he's a young kidpreneur. Of course, he's just come out with a Diary of a Superhero. That's, as he said, it's going to be out at your bookstore. So definitely go grab a book. I mean, he's